Boys, the Mage got nerfed. Everything in the Mage's kit just got destroyed. The Bonzo staff sucks. The Pigment sword got a 5-second cooldown. Sure, it does more damage, but it still sucks. Everything is terrible. And when we were at our lowest, who knew that all we needed was a flower? Hello random people on the internet, my name is Banana, and today we are here to talk about the Spirit Scepter, a brand new weapon that comes from floor 4 on Dungeons. It is pretty much the best mage weapon in the game right now, and I'm just going to talk to you guys all about it. So if you don't know how to make it, you basically get these spirit wings as boss drops from the chest. They cost like 2 million coins or something if you get the chest, and then you just need 3 of them and 6 enchanted lapis blocks to make the Spirit Scepter. So the Spirit Scepter is a dungeon sword. It's actually just a wand pretty much. You don't actually use it like a sword that much. But it's pretty much just an upgraded Bonzo staff when you really look at it. It shoots a guided spirit back, following your aim and exploding for an amount of damage. You can see if I look at this, it says that I would do 7,448 damage. The Bonzo staff does 3,534. So you're doing about double the damage, a little bit more actually than double the damage with this Spirit Scepter compared to your Bonzo staff. It also is a bit more mana. It's double the mana pretty much, but the thing about this is the AoE on this weapon and just the everything about it is insane. So I have mine fully maxed out here, and I'm just going to compare it to the Bonzo staff and just show you guys how amazing this weapon is. So if we're going to look at the damage, I'm going to throw on my armor real quick, and we're going to compare it to its definitely biggest relative, the Bonzo staff. The Bonzo staff was the best mage weapon, still is pretty good, but it's going to be doing a little bit less damage now compared to the Spirit Scepter. So if I hit a single mob, you can see that I'm doing 15,794 damage. Once again, 15,794. I whip out my Spirit Scepter, and I can do 38,030. So that is more than double the damage. We're pushing like, I don't even know how much more times that is. That's a lot more damage though, when you consider the massive AoE on this. If you look at something like the Bonzo staff, if I shoot even like if I shoot right there, it's not going to kill the mob. It just killed it right there. This thing kills over there, you know. Let's see, right there should kill. Yep, it has a pretty big radius on its hit. You can pretty much just kill rooms left and right with this thing because it just hits so hard. And then there's the cool thing with the bat. The bat is not just a projectile like the Bonzo staff. If I shoot the Bonzo staff, it's going straight forward and it will go that way until eternity, alright? But with this thing, you can actually guide it, sort of. You look around like that, you can basically then just send it straight down, and it's still going. Like, you can really do whatever you want with this thing. Like, I can send it this way and then whip it all the way back, and boom. It's sort of janky when you're controlling it. It doesn't really go, it doesn't go towards the block you're looking at, which is hard to get used to. It's basically doing exactly what you're doing. But once you get used to it, you can do some pretty cool things. Like, you can do this method of damage that I'm theory crafting, where you basically just shoot it up in the air, right? And this has to be in a big open area. But then, once the boss is coming, you just send all of the bats down, and you're dealing so much damage all around you for a pretty prolonged amount of time right there. Or, you can do something cool like this. Alright.
I'm trying to account for your reaction time as well, which varies. Down.
So yeah, moral of the story, this is the best mage weapon right now. This thing is insane. I think that it just claps the Bonzo staff. I'm not even going to use that thing anymore because it's literally, sure, you're using a lot more mana, and maybe during actual runs when you're not in the boss fight, you have to be more conservative. But once you get into the boss, you can just be meleeing and using this weapon all the time, and it is really, really easy to destroy everything. I'm going to show you guys some gameplay of it in runs just to show you how amazing this thing is. Alright, so I'm just going to go do the Blood Room real quick, because the Blood Room has been a bit harder ever since the changes to Mage. But you can see that I'm hitting right here. I can hit multiple enemies. I hit for 43,000 damage on some of these hits, and I'm literally just bodying everything. You can see Blood Room is once again pretty easy. Mage is still on the table. You can pretty much kill anything whenever you want it. The one tough thing is that you run out of mana a little more, but you just have to be using both fingers pretty much. You have to be right clicking and left clicking to do all of your main damage. So now we're going to go into the boss room, and I'm going to show you guys how good it is in there too. Boss stuff is spawning. We got a wave of cows, and you're going to see every single hit I'm doing, even right now, is dealing almost 1,000,000 damage. I mean, right now it's in the lower amounts because we don't have that many mobs around, but later on when there's loads of mobs, you literally are just going to be shredding through them. And if you have an overflux down from your healer, which you should always have, you can just regen your mana pretty much infinitely. It's really hard to actually start running out. You just have to pay attention a tiny bit more than you used to, obviously, because of the mana regeneration changes. But this thing makes this boss fight a piece of cake, and it's actually nuts how easy it has gotten. The chickens just get shredded by you hitting them with your thing, and I'd say that chickens are actually some of the most annoying things. You can see I'm getting the 1,000,000 damage hits now with the more mobs spawning in. And if I'm running out of mana, I just start meleeing real quick because you get about like 200 mana per hit. At least myself, I get about that much. But the higher your mana, the more mana that you're able to get per hit. So it's really easy to just start stacking on a bunch of different things towards your mana and just be able to body these guys. You can see every hit just doing loads of damage, loads of AoE. It's really, really good for just killing things very quickly. Okay, so we did a run there. You can see we did it in 13 minutes 52 seconds. If we look at my damage that I did in the run, actually sort of low, only 178 million damage. But trust me, guys, this thing is nuts. This thing's AoE damage that it does, everything about this makes it the best mage weapon by far. Mage got hurt really hard with the changes that they recently did to it, but this can sort of keep it in the spotlight and at least keep it mildly relevant because Archer is doing really good. Every class feels much better with a lot of the stuff they've added. The Super Cleaver is really good. The Bone Meringue is really good. But I think that the Spirit Scepter is probably, like, it's probably going to get Mage nerfed again because this thing literally just carries you through any fight that you're using it in. So I definitely recommend that you go, you get your Spirit Wings, you get your Enchanted Lapis blocks, and you go and you craft this thing because this thing is absolutely nuts, boys. So, if this video was informative about this amazing Dungeons weapon, please smash that like button, maybe even subscribe. And if you want to go get this weapon, you better hurry quick, because, you know, Menacing Banana makes a video about an item, and the price apparently just goes up, because I don't know why. I don't know how the price works when YouTubers just talk about it, but it ruins it. So, hurry up and try and get this before it goes way too expensive. But it's definitely a really good weapon. Definitely recommend it. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.